Hello everybody, is the audibility absolutely fine? Please check it once. Am I audible to each and every one of you? Is the audibility absolutely fine? Let me check to both the channels. Yeah, I can clearly see that. I am audible to right. I am audible at RBS search channel, and let me check the other one. At Kreatryx, I am absolutely audible, I guess. Yes. So I think I'm audible at both the channels. Kreatryx. Absolutely perfect. So the audibility is absolutely fine at both the channels. Great. So the audibility is absolutely perfect. Kritika Ratnam ji, it's great to read. You are a 24-year-old woman and you are 9 months pregnant. Ma'am, first of all, best wishes. You are an expectant mother, and undoubtedly you are a warrior without any doubt. And for you, you are an inspiration to people like us. It's always good to be inspired, but it's great to be inspirational. Fantastic, ma'am. And keep it up, keep it up. Keep on fighting like this. Great to see this, ma'am. And to all the people, I think the audible is absolutely perfect. I'm audible to each and every one of you. Great. Absolutely fine. I think I'm audible to each and every one of you. This is the 4th lecture of verbal and reasoning. Before this, I have already taken 3 lectures on verbal and reasoning. I have promised you guys that I'll be taking on 9 different days, total 18 sessions. That is, on each and every day, I'll be taking 2 sessions. One for quant and graph and the other one for verbal and LR. All in all, 18 sessions, and it will pan out like 18. These 18 sessions would be around about 30 to 36 hours. If any one of you who hasn't prepared anything for GATE 2021, I'm talking about the aptitude segment. Even if someone has not prepared, if anybody can go through all these sessions and make proper notes, mark my words and my promise to you guys, you will feel absolutely confident about GATE aptitude. Even if you haven't started it, still you can easily get more than 10 marks. And even if you have the slightest of the ideas, you can score more than 12 marks in GATE aptitude. Fine. Do make sure that whatever I tell you guys, make sure you make proper notes of it. Even before starting the session, I want you people to let me know, out of all the students, how many of you have attended all the 4 verbal and reasoning session. This is the 4th one. All 3, I should say, 1st, 2nd and 3rd. How many of you have attended all the 3 sessions? It might be possible you have missed it, but the student had, those people who have missed it for some or the other reason, they have completed it on Sunday. So anyone who has completed all the sessions, Lizzie, yeah, I remember you, Lizzie. That's great to see. Aryan, Jyoti, Rajat, absolutely perfect. So tomorrow I'll be taking, prior to this I had already taken 4 sessions, and tomorrow I'll be taking the 5th one. On 26th of January, I'll be taking the 5th session. So don't miss that. So tomorrow, how many classes you can attend? On YouTube, I'll be taking verbal and reasoning. Tomorrow, that will be my 5th session. Other than this, tomorrow I'll be taking at 8 in the morning, I'll be taking quant and graphs. Don't miss this class as well. This will be my 5th lecture. Not just this, on 26th, on FT Express, this channel, I'll be back at 7 AM. I'll be talking on this, and that is, don't be a maybe. Whatever you decide in life, go all out for your dreams, go all out for your aspirations. Someone's opinion of you should never become your destiny. We should never become someone else's mental prisoner. And after that, I have in the morning class, you guys have asked me regarding this. Sir, any more special classes will you take on permutation and combination probability? So I have decided to take one more special class on 26th. That will be on tomorrow. So best of permutation and combinations and probability. In this particular session, you will going to enjoy this session if you have some basic idea of permutation, combination, probability. In this particular session, I will be taking this session will be available on YouTube. Don't worry about it. So this will be available on YouTube. I will be taking those questions which are important and relevant to your GATE Aptitude 2021. Make sure you don't miss this. So tomorrow I'll be taking this session on YouTube on both the channels, RBR search channel as well as Kreatryx, right? So I'll be taking both these sessions. Then on FT Express at 6 in the evening, I have made a small video on sequence and series that will also be available at 6 in the evening. It's a small 15 minutes video. If you want, you can avail the benefit of this as well, right? So I think there are many videos that I have lined up for you guys tomorrow, and this is my promise to you guys. In the next 2 days, that is not tomorrow but 27th, 28th, I have decided a very small free classes. It's a course of 3 to 4, my expected paper of GATE Aptitude. So from my side, what is very, very important for GATE 2021, I'll be taking that class on Unacademy app, but that will be absolutely free. Don't worry about it. That will be absolutely free. I'll let you know what is the date and how long I'll be taking those classes. Other than these sessions, I'll be taking those classes as well. You just need to log in from your mobile phone. That will be it. Will that be enough? And even after this, if you say, no sir, we want a few more classes, I'll take those classes as well. So don't worry about it, right? So I'll be taking every single thing, whatever is relevant and important for you guys. The main idea is, frankly speaking, the only idea is I want you guys to score 15 out of 15 marks. That's the main idea, right? These are my credentials. Later sometime, if you want, you can pause the video and you can read it. I have been teaching for the past 10 years. So you can pause and read, you can pause the video later on and you can read all these things. I have been teaching for the past 10 years. This is the thing I enjoy the most, right? So you can install the Unacademy app, and as I told you guys, those live special classes will be absolutely free. You can avail those benefits, and there are other courses on Plus and Iconic platform. There are certain paid courses like Plus and Iconic. There you can have live classes, doubt clearing sessions, English. The classes will be bilingual in Hindi and English. I personally like Iconic because it has got one mentor as well. So there are many courses which are available, and in the month of February, especially for GATE 22-23 students, I am telling this, I am bringing a few courses for GATE in 2022 and 23 aspirants. So meanwhile, what you can do, guys, you can install the Unacademy app, and the moment my course is there, you can, if you want, you can join it, and you can like put up this code ST26 and straight away you can avail the benefit of 10%, right? Not just this, if you want, you can have an Iconic subscription. You just need to write this ST26 and straight away you can have 10% discount. That will be really helpful. And you can follow me on Telegram. The spelling is SA. It's by mistake it has written SO. It is SA. If you install the Unacademy app, and if you can follow me over here, whenever I launch a course and whenever I launch my free special classes on Unacademy app, you can get the notification, and that is very, very important. So just install it, so that day after tomorrow, within next 2-3 days, I'll be starting 3 days course that will be absolutely free to all of you. Whosoever downloads the app, that will be absolutely free. So you'll get the notification over here, right? Today in the morning, I have sent the PDF at this particular channel of what we've discussed in the morning. Once we are done with this class, I'll send the PDF of this class as well. So don't worry about it, right? I think we should start. If everybody is ready, I think we can start. But before starting, just a few lines. Many imagine, not many execute. Talk is cheap, show me the code. In this real world, you may come across, and you will come across, people blabbering about different stuffs. That is why many imagine, Not many execute. Talk is cheap, show me the code. In this world, it is very easy to be desiring. Desiring, each one of us, we desire a better life. We desire something more in our life. But there are very few people who become deserving. The whole idea of human evolution is to travel the journey from desiring to deserving. The idea is to become deserving. In this world, when there is so much chaos around us, every single piece of information needs 1 minute of ours. There are things which are really important to us, but at the very same time, there are things which are not important to us. At that time, say to yourself, I choose to ignore those informations. And ignore them. Sir, why? Because write it in the comment box, the most important line. I am the project of my life. Write it in the comment box and let's start. I am the project of my life. If I am the biggest project of my life, I will definitely walk the extra mile. I will definitely do every single thing, whatever it takes. I will do every single thing, whatever it takes to become a deserving individual. I am the project of my life. And I think let's start today's session. Absolutely. Now listen to this very, very carefully. In today's session, not just verbal, I'll be taking, I have kept questions from reasoning as well. Verbal reasoning and more of this kind, not vocab based questions. Listen to this. It has been seen that in your exam, in reasoning, one of the easiest topic is syllogism. Listen to this very, very carefully. Listen to this. I'll give you 3 examples. And all 3 examples have actually come in your exam. Right? And once I'm done with these 3 examples, almost every single question, whatever question will come in your exam, you will be in the position to solve those questions. Now listen to this. There is something called syllogism. Syllogism. Sir, is it important for GATE? Yes, indeed it is. It is, I do believe that it is very, very important for a GATE exam. It has been seen in the past that if you see the bifurcation of your verbal segment, IIT has preferred giving one question from critical reasoning, one question from syllogism or blood relationship or sequence and series. These are absolute cakewalks. Absolute cakewalks. Very, very easy. Sir, what is the meaning of this? Listen to this very, very carefully. Every single thing around syllogism actually revolves around 4 or 5 different words. We need to understand 4 or 5 different words. That's it. Let us suppose there are 2 guys. There are 2 guys. What I am about to say, I have already said for critical reasoning. But critical syllogism is part of critical reasoning. Let us suppose there are 2 guys and they are talking about Bahubali. The first guy said Bahubali was a great movie. He said, no, it wasn't. It wasn't. And the discussion continued. First of all, this is not at all an argument. Every single person, please listen to this very, very carefully. Right? I'm telling you this after 2 hours. Like once I'm done with this session, you will get enough confidence in many different things. Right? Once again, there are 2 more guys. And these 2 people are discussing about the very same movie but in a different way. How come they are discussing about the very same movie? The first person say, Mr. Rajamouli. Rajamouli Sahab is an absolute genius. He is an absolute genius because only a genius can create such kind of movie. It's not just a movie, it's a cinematographic bliss. It's an unbelievable cinematographic experience. Prabhas Sahab, Shetty Sahiba, Rana Dagupa, these are unbelievable actors. Katappa Sahab hamare. VFX. We haven't seen VFX like this ever in our industry. The songs, the lyrics, unbelievable. And based on this, this guy said, it has, hands down, it has been probably one of, not just a great movie, it has been a scintillating experience of its kind. Now this is an argument. But why this is an argument? Because this has got certain reasons, and these reasons are called premise. So they are the premise, and then there's a conclusion. Listen to this very, very carefully. Just five words we need, and that's it. That is what syllogism is all about. That's it. So this is called premise. In short, I have written P. And this is the conclusion. Conclusion is the outcome. So based on some premise, you have given a conclusion. This entire thing is called, this entire thing means premise followed by conclusion. This entire thing is called an argument. It means that you are saying that an argument comprises of premise followed by a conclusion. Indeed it is. Great. Coming back to what exactly is reasoning. When you say reasoning, there are two different kinds of reasoning. First, let us see. Let's see an example. Don't miss anything whatever I say, right? First, let me take an example. Sir, what is this P1, P2 and C? In the previous example, in the previous point, I said about premise and conclusion, that this is premise and this is conclusion. The very same thing. So let's see. What is this P1? Let us say, for example, some men are ingenious. Some men are ingenious. Great. Absolutely perfect. Ingenious are buffoon. Some men are ingenious. Ingenious are buffoon. Some men are ingenious. Ingenious are buffoon. Great. Then in the conclusion, if it is written that some men are buffoon. Sir, what is the meaning of buffoon? Buffoon is clown. Sir, what is that you've written? I'll let you know. Some men are ingenious. Okay. Some men are ingenious. Let us suppose this is men and this is ingenious. Some men are ingenious. Okay. Ingenious are buffoon. Ingenious are buffoon. It means some men are buffoon. Here we can see that there is absolutely no doubt with this conclusion. Listen to this very, very carefully. The first word that I've discussed is premise and conclusion. Now let's move on and understand this, and then four premise. That will be it. You don't need anything else. So coming back to this part. What is this? This is so in case if there is no ambiguity, there is no doubt with conclusion, this kind of reasoning is called deductive reasoning. This kind of reasoning is called deductive reasoning. What does that mean? Where we can have unique solution. This kind of reasoning is called deductive reasoning, where we can have unique solution. This unique solution, this word play a very important role, not just in reasoning but in data sufficiency as well. And we will be calling it as LN, that is logical necessity. You know, nobody calls it LN. We've just given it a name just for our sake, just for a better understanding. That's it. So what is that we've understood till now? The very first type of reasoning is called deductive reasoning. But what kind of reasoning is called deductive reasoning? Where there is no ambiguity, where there is no doubt with the conclusion, where the conclusion is absolutely unique. That kind of reasoning we have termed as LN, logical necessity. This is the term I have created just to make you understand, right? This is not a unanimous term. This probably you won't find in most of the books. So LN is logical necessity. So from here onwards, whenever you come across the word logical necessity, it means unique solution. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear till now? Is it clear, buddy? Great. I think it is. So what is that we've discussed? The very first type of reasoning is when there is no doubt with the conclusion, there is no ambiguity with the conclusion, absolutely unique conclusion, and this kind of reasoning is called deductive reasoning. And that is why in critical reasoning you have seen what can be inferred, what can be concluded, what can be deduced from the above paragraph. The meaning is unique solution. The meaning is logical necessity, that is LN. On the contrary, if there is any ambiguity, there is some doubt with the conclusion. Let's take one more example. Let us suppose this is P1, this is P2, and this is the conclusion. Let us suppose let me take an example. Ravi is an engineer. Next, Ravi is a buffoon. You know what? Now I am in a fix. If this is Ravi's circle and if Ravi is an engineer, and if I have been told that the very same guy, this Ravi is a buffoon, now I am in a fix to draw it like this or to draw it like this. Don't worry, we'll sort it out. That's not a problem. But right now, we are facing a problem. Ravi is an engineer, that I can understand. That I can clearly see. Ravi is an engineer, that is absolutely fine. It has also been mentioned that Ravi is a buffoon. Ravi is a buffoon, so I cannot able to understand whether to draw the circle over here or here. This kind of reasoning where there is some ambiguity with the conclusion, this kind of reasoning is called inductive reasoning. Sir, what will come over here? We'll talk about it. Don't worry. You will be in this position to tell about this. So don't worry about it. But this kind of reasoning is called inductive reasoning. Sir, what kind of reasoning is called inductive reasoning? Where there is doubt with the conclusion. So till now, what is that we've understood? Reasoning has got two varieties. First, when there is no doubt. Second, when there is any discrepancy, any doubt. When there is no doubt, that kind of reasoning is called deductive reasoning. And when there is no doubt, it is this kind of reasoning. When there is no doubt, this kind of reasoning is called deductive reasoning. When there is any doubt, any discrepancy, that kind of reasoning is called inductive reasoning. When there is no doubt, there is unique solution, that is called LN, and we have termed this as LP, logical possibility. This is not a universally accepted term. I have just created this term so that you can understand. You and I can be on the same page. That is it. LN, logical necessity, unique solution. LP, logical possibility, multiple solutions are possible. Is it fine till now? Have you understood the two words? Sir, what two words? Deductive reasoning, inductive reasoning. LN, LP. Are these two words absolutely clear to you guys? Now you need to understand four more words. That will be it. I will share these slides. Don't worry about it. Is it clear? Yeah, this is for all the branches. Aptitude is common for all the branches. Right? Great. Absolutely clear. Right? Absolutely fine. So we have understood these two. Sir, why are you emphasizing on these two words? I have been emphasizing on these two words not in this class but previous class as well. You know why? Because syllogism, critical reasoning, there are a few more topics like logical connective and few more topics. These are absolutely one single topic, and that is called critical reasoning. Right? Now listen to this. We have been talking about this premise, right? Now we need to understand four kind of premises. So we will be talking about four different kinds of premises. What exactly these four kind of premises are? Four words, four lines, that's it. All X is or are Y, right? In a very simple language, don't miss this. Don't miss this. Total 6 points. 2 points we've already covered. What is deductive reasoning? What is inductive reasoning? LN, LP. 4 words. I'm talking about just 4 words, and this particular topic of yours will be good to go. Absolutely perfect, right? Or X is or are Y. Now listen to this. When you say this, I want you people to write something. And sir, what is that? You know what? At times, it is difficult to understand any statement. But once you quantify something, it becomes very easy to understand. Sir, I didn't understand that. I'm explaining that. Let us suppose X is a set which has got 3 elements. 1, 2, 3. Y is another set which has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements. When you say this statement, all X is or are Y, or X is or are Y, both these statements are absolutely same. But I want you people to write this in bracket, and what is that? Every single element of X is element of Y. Do make sure that you write this statement. I'm not exaggerating, but this statement will not be available in different books, with all due respect to books, but still I'm saying this. Sir, what is that you've said? Every single element of X, okay, is element of Y. Is it fine? And after writing this, draw a diagram like this. Every single element of X is element of Y. So this is X and this is Y. Every single element of X is element of Y. Furthermore, I want you people to write. And what is that? It means there is no element in X which is not Y. Whoa, this is some good point. How come? This is the reason. It might be possible X can grow and become as good as Y. In this case, if you draw a figure like this, sir, where is Y? X and Y have overlapped. This is also fine. But what is not fine? What is not fine is this. When you say all X is or are Y, it means every single element of X is element of Y. This diagram. Sir, but in books I have seen only this diagram. Yes, because this is the extreme case. This is the maximum X can be. Syllogism is not about maximum. Listen to this line carefully. Syllogism is not about maximum. Syllogism is not about extreme case. Sir, why? That is the reason I have told you the very first statement of mine, and that is deductive reasoning. What is deductive reasoning? Deductive reasoning is unique solution. Unique solution is something that is true unconditionally. How can extreme condition be always true? And that is why every time we talk about syllogism, we talk about at least case. Why? Because at least case is something that will be true everywhere, because the objective is to attain unique solution. But it is also correct. But you will not find this figure in books. What is incorrect is this. I said all X is or are Y. It means every element of X is element of Y. In this case as well, this is the maximum X could have been. It also meant that there is no element of X which is not Y. X cannot be greater than Y. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Have you understood this X? Is it clear? Is it fine, everybody? Is it absolutely fine? Is it absolutely clear to each and every one of you? Yes. Those people who are from northern part of India, वो लोग हिंदी में इस लाइन को लिखिएगा. When we say all X is or are Y, इसका मतलब होता है X is or are Y, जिसका मतलब है X का हर एक एलिमेंट Y है. और इसका मतलब ये भी होता है x के पास ऐसा कोई भी एलिमेंट ही नहीं है जो y नहीं है। और फिर मैंने बीच में ये कहा था, every element of x is y, x hasn't have one single element which is not y, and this is the maximum x can be. But syllogism is not about maximum, syllogism about unique solution, and that is why in book you rarely find this figure. We always prefer this. Syllogism minimum case के बारे में है, and that is why book में आपको ये फिगर कम दिखेगा और ये फिगर दिखेगा जो unconditionally true होगा, because the idea behind syllogism is something that is unconditionally true. Is it fine, everybody? Something that is always true, something that can produce you, something that can give you a unique solution. I told you that syllogism is all about 6 points. First, I told you what is deductive reasoning. Second, I told you what is inductive reasoning. Third, I told you what is the meaning of this premise, all is or are y. Now, let's move on to the next, fourth statement. That is my second premise. No x is or are y. See, you can find all these statements anywhere, in any book, by any tutor, that's fine. What I am telling you, the devil is in the details. What I am telling you to write in bracket, that is the most important thing, right? When you say that no x is or are y, mainly what happens, you see this figure. There is x and there is y, which is fine. Very cute figure, absolutely fine. I want you people to write in bracket. No x is or are y. What is the meaning of this? X and y are disjoint sets. First, that is, there is no element of x which is element of y. हिंदी में बोलता हूँ. When you say no x is or are y, इसका मतलब क्या होता है? x and y disjoint sets हैं. अब disjoint sets को हिंदी में क्या बोलते हैं उतना मैं नहीं जानता. x and y disjoint sets हैं. Second point, x में ऐसा कोई भी एलिमेंट नहीं है जो y नहीं है. x में ऐसा कोई भी एलिमेंट नहीं है जो y है. x में ऐसा कोई भी एलिमेंट नहीं है जो y है. There is no element of x which is y. Absolutely different. I want you people to take some example. X is 1, 2, 3. Okay. Y is, let's take this, 4, 5, 6. Absolutely fine. There's no relation. दोनों अपनी अपनी दुनिया में मस्त हैं. X has got 3 elements. 1, 2, 3. It has got 3 elements. 4, 5, 6. It means by no ways these two guys are related. Absolutely disjoint, disconnected. There is no element of x which is y. X के पास ऐसा एक भी element नहीं है जो y है. Are these two premises absolutely clear, guys? Am I clear with both these premises? Is it clear? Is it absolutely fine? Great, absolutely perfect. Right? Shall we move ahead? I told you I'll be telling 6 points. I'm done with 4. Is everybody fine with these 4 points? Never forget this. Syllogism is all about unique solution. Unique solution. Single solution. LN. Logical necessity. Right? Great. Let's move on to the 5th. So this is the 5th point. The penultimate point. Sum x is or are y. Now listen to this very, very carefully. I need some help from verbal grammar. How come I need some help? See, even before starting the statement, I want to talk about sum. Sum is a very beautiful positive word. Sum is the word which can be used as countable or uncountable, both the cases. In case, sum can be used in case of countable as well as in case of uncountable as well. Absolutely perfect, right? If I say, I ate some rice. Rice is uncountable. It is absolutely correct. I ate some mangoes. It is also absolutely correct, although mango is countable. So sum is something that is countable, something that can be used as countable or uncountable. Absolutely fine. Is it fine? But just to have a better understanding, better grip on this topic, let us consider sum as countable. Sum as countable. When I say countable, it means countable noun. सम एक ऐसा शब्द है जो काउंटेबल और अनकाउंटेबल दोनों केसेस में यूज हो सकता है. आई एट सम राइस इज करेक्ट. आई एट सम मैंगोज भी करेक्ट है. जस्ट टू हैव अ बेटर ग्रिप ऑन दिस, आई एम टेकिंग सम एज काउंटेबल्स. व्हाट इज द मीनिंग ऑफ दिस? the meaning of this word is at least to 1. You won't believe this. I have been telling this particular point, for many years. And I'll show you the question. Your IIT has directly asked this question, this particular line. Directly asked this particular line. Right? We'll see this question, don't worry. So the meaning of sum is at least 1. Let's take in count just to have a mutual consensus. Sum is at least 1. So what is the meaning of this? At least, I want you people to write this in bracket. At least one element of x is element of y. Please write this. At least one element of x is element of y. At least, just a minute, at least one element of x is element of y. Okay. At least one element of x. Sir, more than one is also possible, of course. At least one. At least one element of x is element. Whoa, now this is some point, man. Some element of x. Let us suppose x has got 100 elements. Y has got 100 elements. It means the meaning of this premise is at least one element. So what is the maximum? All the elements of x can be common to y. Sir, but in book I have seen only this figure, because this is the maximum case. Syllogism is not about this. So sir, it means this is not true. This is not about true or false. This is about, do you have the information to give a conclusion? Sir, it means that this is what you are saying, right? Sir, you are saying that, let's take an example. Let's take an example. If I take x like this, x has got element 1, then 2 and 3. Y has got element 1, 4, 5, 6. Some element of x is y. There is only one element of x, that is y. Okay, this is very basic, very primary level example. Let's take the second one. X has got element 1, 2 and then there is 3. Y has got element 1, 2, 4, 5. This is also fine. X has got elements like this, 1, 2, 3. Y has got elements like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is equally correct. But syllogism is about minimum case, at least case, such that we can have a unique conclusion, and that is why you see this kind of figure. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is the sum premise clear to each and every one of you? Is the sum premise clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to each and every one of you? So sum means at least one. So the meaning of this premise is there is at least one element of x. There is at least one element of x which is y. At least, underline that word, at least. There is at least one element of x, that is y. Coming to the very last premise of mine, and this is the fourth one. Sum x is or are not y. Do remember, even after GATE, in most of the exams, you will see this premise. Right? Even after GATE, not just in GATE, in most of the other exams, you will see this premise. Just now, sir, you said that sum is at least one. Correct, sir? Absolutely. At least one. So, sir, then the meaning of this statement pans out to be, sir, इसके पहले ही just आपने कहा sum का मतलब है कम से कम एक, तो इस जो कथन है, ये स्टेटमेंट जो है, इसका मतलब ये निकल के आता है at least one element of x is not y. कम से कम एक एलिमेंट x के पास ऐसा जरूर है जो y नहीं है. What can be the maximum? X, no x is y. Disjoint sets. Listen to this. In books, you will see this figure, and that creates doubt as well. Listen to this. This is what you will going to see. This is y, and I'm drawing this. Now look at this carefully. This is x, and this premise is about this. Sir, what are you saying? You can cut it like this. No, 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 that is not true. So I have not understood this. Listen to this now. Let us suppose I take an example. Y is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me take 3 different situations, in fact, just to have a firm grip, just so that you can have a very firm grip. In these 3 cases, let us suppose there is one blank, there is another blank, and then listen to this very, very carefully. And then we have 6, 7. Okay. Second case, I'll be comparing these. Blank, blank, 6, 7. And finally the third case. Blank, blank, 6 and 7. Okay, fine. Listen to this. What is the meaning of this premise? This. Sir, what does that mean? There must be at least one element in X which is not Y. Sir, but why have you written this blank? Because we are not sure about rest of the elements. Sir, for example, let's take an example. 1, 2, 1, 8, 8, 9. Sir, what is this? Let's draw this, then we'll understand this. This is X. This is Y. This is Y, Y, Y. Just look at this, what is happening. In this case, 1, 1, 2. And here in this case, let me draw this. Just look at this. 1, 2, 6, 7. This is X. Okay. 1, 2, 6, 7. Great. And here 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now listen to this. When you say some X is or are not Y, this premise is based on this part. Sir, what about this 1 and 2? We are not aware of this. This premise is based on this. X के पास कम से कम एक एलिमेंट ऐसा जरूर है जो Y नहीं है, और बाकी सर we don't have any information. X must have at least one element which is not Y, and rest of the elements we are not aware of it. Not aware of it का मतलब sir, it can have something common with Y, or it might be possible these two sets are entirely disjoint. Let's take few more examples. 1, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and here in this case 1, 2, 3, 4. Once again, this premise is about the 6 and 7. Let's come back to this. 6, 7, 8, 9. And then in case of Y, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Just see this. Each of these figures, these conditions are absolutely correct. And that is why if you draw it over here, 6 and 7 will definitely come over here. And that is why what I said. At least one element of X is not Y. What about the other elements of X? We are not aware of it. It might be possible a few elements of X is Y, or it might be possible both of these are absolutely disjoint set. But one thing is for sure, in all the cases, whatever cases we can have, there is something which is not common to Y. Now is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear? Is it fine, everybody? Great. I think it is clear to each and every one of you. So what is that we've discussed? In short, this is what we have discussed. Listen to this very, very carefully. This is what we have discussed. The very first point that I have talked about. What is deductive reasoning? When you say deductive reasoning, it means logical necessity. The main idea behind logical necessity is unique solution. And even now, you must have understood when you use the word unique solution or logical necessity, the idea is, what is the idea? The idea is always vouch for, always go for at least wala case. Why is it so? Because the at least case will be true no matter what. There is something called inductive reasoning. There is something called inductive reasoning that we have termed as LP, logical possibility. Just below this, I want you people to write it down. We always go for ln, and only in case of absence of ln we go for LP. We always try to find logical necessity, that is unique solution, and only in case of absence of ln we go for LP. Write this point. These points are very important. Second point, I want you people to categorically write this LP plus maybe. This is the second point. This one is very common in especially SSC exams and in banking sector exams. LP plus maybe has got same power as what? ln. I want you people to write this. In your exam, they haven't used the statement, but in near future they will definitely use this. LP plus maybe is as good as ln. Always remember this. After this, I have told you 4 different premises. In the third point, I have told you 4 different premises. First was all x is or ry. What is the meaning of this? Every element of x is element of y. It means that there is no element of x that is not y. After this, I had said no x is or ry. This was the second premise we discussed. It means no element of x is element of y. It means that there is not even one single element of x which is y. Is it fine, everybody? Then we've discussed about sum. What does that mean? At least one element of x is element of y, and maximum entire x can be y. That's not a problem. And finally, right at the end, we have discussed sum not. And what does this? Sum not. The meaning of the statement is at least one element of x is not y. That is the thing we should focus upon. So this is the summary of syllogism, and now we'll start the question. I'll be taking just 3 questions, that's it. And with these 3 questions, I'll complete this, so that even if you see any question from syllogism right here, right now, after these 3 questions, you'll do it. Is it fine? Shall we proceed, everybody? Is it fine? Is it fine to each and every one of you? Great, absolutely perfect. Is it fine? Great. I think it is absolutely clear, right? Absolutely perfect. Now let's see the questions. So in the example, what I have done, I have taken the questions which actually came in your exams, right? I have straight away taken those questions which have come in your exams. Let's see, this is the first one. What is the first question? This is the first question. This was the question. This question was asked in the year 2014. Here it is. So this question was asked in the year 2014. This question was asked in the year 2014. What was the question? All women are entrepreneurs. We'll draw it one by one, right? Any which ways, I'll send you the PDF, so don't worry about it. When you say the statement all women, so let us suppose the circle is about women, and we say all women are, all women are entrepreneurs. Now this is perfect. Yes. So when we say that all women are entrepreneurs, what is the meaning of this? This is the circle. All women are entrepreneurs. It means there is no woman who is not entrepreneur. It means every single woman is an entrepreneur. This is how the circle will be formed. Great. After that, some women are doctors. Now listen to this. What is that we have drawn? Till now we have drawn this. Right? This is the circle for entrepreneurs. Listen to this very, very carefully, because I will be discussing a very important point. And this is what I have drawn earlier. All women are entrepreneurs. But when we read this statement, some women are doctors. Listen to this. Let me take some good color, green. Some women are doctors. This is what it means. Sir, what am I supposed to draw? Like this? Whoa. What is this? So some women. So sir, is it incorrect? In syllogism, it is not about incorrect. In syllogism, it is, listen to this, you listen to every single discussion very, very carefully. In these three questions, in these three discussions, I think I'll clear all your doubts, right? So listen to this very, very carefully. When you say some women are doctors, it means there's at least one woman who is a doctor. Sir, you mean to say that this is incorrect, right? No, I haven't said that. The problem is to make this happen, you need more information. What kind of information? All entrepreneurs are doctors, like that kind of information. But that kind of information we don't have. What is information that we have? Some women are doctors. Sir, in that case, I have one query, one doubt. And what is that? Listen to this. Sir, in the question, it has been said that all women are entrepreneurs, right, sir? Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Sir, let us suppose if this question would have been what? Some entrepreneurs are doctors. Now, this is a very good point. Sir, if this question would have been this, in that case, what I would have done? What am I supposed to do? Is this correct, the first one? Or is this correct, the second one? What do you guys say? Which one is correct? If this statement would have been some entrepreneurs are doctors, in that case, what we would have preferred, the first figure or the second? Obviously, this one, the second one. Sir, why the first is incorrect? Because if the statement would have been some entrepreneurs are doctors, it means we have the information only about doctors and entrepreneurs. We are not aware of anything between women and doctor, whether women and doctor are related or not. Is it clear to each and everyone? So this would have been an assumption. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Second, absolutely correct. Venkatesh, Shubhangi, Alok, Mohit. Yes, absolutely perfect. It means you have understood this. Great to see this. Nice. So I think we have understood, every single person has understood this, right? I think we have understood this. Great. So some women are doctors. So some women are doctors. So this means that this is not required. This is not required, and this is the answer. I want you people to draw this because I will be providing you the question, not the solution. I don't have the solution. So we'll be discussing this, right? All these questions. So now what do you say? Which one is the correct answer? These are the options A, B, C, D. Post your answers, please. Let's see what you've got. I want you people to mark your answers. These are the options A, B, C, D. These are not my options. These are the same options which have been given by IIT. All women are doctors. All doctors are entrepreneurs. All entrepreneurs are women. This is the diagram we have. All women are doctors. No, we are not sure of that. All doctors are entrepreneurs. All doctors. No, we are not sure about this as well. All entrepreneurs are women. All entrepreneurs are women. Some entrepreneurs are women, not all. Some entrepreneurs are doctors. Absolutely. This circle. So I think we have understood this. D is absolutely correct answer. Is it clear to each and every one of you? This was the first question. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine? So we have understood this, right? मेरे ख्याल से यहाँ तक सभी को समझ में आ चुका है. I have taken a few sessions on vocabulary and I will take a few more. Don't worry. If you guys want, I'll take a few more on vocabulary building. That's not a problem. Yeah, 15 out of 15. Many of my students earlier have got 15 out of 15 in aptitude. It is possible. Indeed, it is possible. In GATE aptitude, getting 15 out of 15 in aptitude is possible. Don't worry. Right? Haan ji, Jaydeep, I saw that. Shall we move on, guys? This time, I want you guys to let me know the answer. Right? Let's see the next question. The next question was asked in the year 2015, and this was the question. I am giving you 1 minute, and let's see who gets the correct answer. You've got 1 minute. I will not be touching this question for the next 1 minute. This question was asked in the year 2015. Let's see who gets the correct answer. Go ahead, post your answers. C. Great. Anybody, any other answer? Anyone, any other answer? Arun, Uday, Piyush, Manda, Anand, Rohit, Ronak, Lizzie. Lizzie, good to see you regular. Piyush, Achintya, Shweta, Utkarsh, Hemant, Palani, Shubir, Arun. Great. D. Who said that D? Hemant. There are most of the students have said C. Fine. Great. Let's see this. No manager is a leader. The meaning of this statement is very easy actually. This is the circle for manager. Yeah. This is circle for manager and this is a circle for leader. So the meaning of this is they are not interrelated. They are absolutely disjoint. Okay. And after this, all leaders are executive. Let me take one more color. All leaders are executive. How am I supposed to draw? All leaders are executive. Sir, you know what? What? Sir, if you want, you can draw it like this. Do you know what? Sir, what? If I want, I can draw the entire board. But that's an absolute piece of trash. Sir, why? Because we are not aware of this, that executive and managers, are they related or not? The piece of information that has been provided to us can only let us know that all leaders are executive. That is it. Mr. Sachin Tendulkar made 100 centuries. Okay, that's fine. That does not mean Mr. Tendulkar is from India. Sir, but I have been watching cricket for the past so many years. I think from my last birth, I think I have been recarcinated and this is my second birth, and even this time I have been watching cricket. And I can clearly tell you that Mr. Tendulkar is from India. Now listen to this. There is something called factual truthfulness and there is something called logical truthfulness. Factual truthfulness tells you what is factually correct. Logical truthfulness tells you in the given context what is true. When you say Mr. Tendulkar made 100 centuries, it only means that Mr. Tendulkar made 100 centuries. There is nothing to prove that which nationality he is from. What is his nationality? Is he from India or some other country? Is it fine, everybody? So that is what, logical reasoning is. Great. So we can draw up to here. That is it. Manager, leader and executive. Let's see this. Conclusion part. No manager is an executive. No manager is an executive. We cannot say anything about this. Why? We don't know the executive will come over here, or it will cut like this, or it will take entire circle. We cannot tell anything about the relation between these two variables. No executive is manager. We cannot tell any relation between these two variables, and that is why most of the people said the answer is C, which is absolutely correct, and it is good to see. Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to all? Absolutely correct, right? So please you reduce the thickness. यार इससे पतले में तो गायब ही हो जाएगा. I think this is the minimum I'm using, right? Great, sir. When can we explain? I'll take that. Don't worry. In the very soon I'll take that. This week I'll take. In a couple of days I'll take TSD. That's not a problem. Shall I take another one? Shall I take the next question? Let's take the third question from time, speed, distance. This particular question was asked in the year 2017. And this is a very beautifully crafted question. Slightly, okay, fine. I'm giving you guys 2 minutes. Let's see who can give the correct answer in next 2 minutes. Go ahead. 2 minutes, guys. Take it as a challenge and mark your answers, please. 2 minutes, mark your answers. Go ahead. 2 minutes you have. If you are ready before 2 minutes, you can always post your answer. Let me see. Great. Tomorrow I'll be taking some special questions from permutation, combination, probability on YouTube. That will be accessible to all of you. And then tomorrow we'll discuss when can we have a log class, right? Great. B you guys are saying. Great. Most of you are saying B. Nice. Absolutely. I think we should discuss this. Make it fast, guys. Everybody please make it fast. Some tables are shelves. Listen to this. Some tables. This circle represent tables. Some tables are shelves. I have written SHL for shelves. Some shelves are chairs. Okay. I'm taking different colors just to make you understand every single piece of information. Some shelves are chairs. Okay. Just look at this figure. I haven't touched this red circle, that table circle, because we don't have the information. I barely know that shelves and chairs, they cut each other. That's it. I don't have any information about tables and chairs. So how can I cut these two circles? Just see this carefully, observe this carefully, right? All chairs are benches, okay? All chairs are benches. Anybody who has got any doubt in this? Some tables are shelves, some shelves are chairs, and all chairs are benches. I want you people to draw this, and if it is possible, take different colors, if it is possible. This is what I was saying. This question revolves around just this statement. What is the meaning of sum? Sum is, actually I should not have written like at least one. That is what the meaning of sum is. At least one. At least one bench is a table. At least one bench. No, we are not sure. We cannot comment on this. At least one shelf is a bench. At least one shelf is a bench. This is a good point. This is a very good point. No, where is that? No, the second one, I'm sorry. The second one I was talking about. I was talking about this second. At least one chair is a table. At least one chair is... No, we are not sure of this. All benches are chairs. No. Some benches are chairs, or we can say all chairs are benches. So once again, this is also not true. So what is the correct answer? Only second statement is absolutely true. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine, everybody? Is it fine? Absolutely clear. Great. Absolutely fine. Current thickness of pen is absolutely fine. Yeah, okay. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Hanji, Rahul. Yes, I saw that. Right? Great. Right? I think we should move on. Let me take the next question. Once again, this question was asked in the year 2017 and I found this question very interesting. Let's see this. Whether you can give me an answer or not, but I don't think you need 2 minutes for this. I am giving you 60 seconds. 1 minute. 1 minute. And I want you people to give me an answer in 1 minute. Go ahead. 1 minute, guys. You have to give me an answer in 1 minute. 1 minute, 60 seconds. GATE 2017. This question was asked. In the year 2017, this question was asked. Go ahead. Great. D. Okay. Most of you are saying D. Anybody, any other answer? D. Just 60 seconds. Make it fast, guys. Akansha, Palani, Mihir, Priyanshu, Jyoti, Aman, Preetam, Balbir. Okay. Priyanshu, Tunir, Swapnil, Piyush, Tejas, Atul, Debashish, Arpan. Great. As I promised, I'll be taking a special session on Unacademy app. That will be absolutely free. Sir, but in that case, why you are taking it on Unacademy app? Because there is so much chaos actually. So as I told you, I'll be taking a few sessions on Unacademy app, especially for those people who have some idea of the topic. So the level of difficulty will be slightly on the higher side. So those people who love challenge, those people who want to surpass the level of exam, I'll be taking a few sessions on Unacademy app. That will be absolutely free. There's nothing, means you can directly log in, that's it. You need to install the app and you can see me, that's it. Will that be fine? What do you say? Are you guys excited for that? Shall I take that? The level of difficulty will be slightly high, that I'm assuring you guys. The level of difficulty will be slightly on the higher side. That is specifically for those people who want some slightly tougher level of difficulty, slightly, the level of those who are looking for slightly higher level of difficulty, slightly tougher questions, right? So that will be quite exhilarating, especially to those people who are actually don't mind, but who are actually preparing, right? So I do believe those kind of people will enjoy it. Those kind of people will enjoy, right? So I'll let you know, right? And this is my promise to you guys, that will be absolutely free. So that's not a problem. So the day I announce, you can follow me on Unacademy app and you'll get the notification. And I'll announce it in the class. I'll announce it tomorrow itself. Don't worry. Okay? I'll exactly announce the date, like on this day at this time. So block your time, just like Elon Musk used to do. Why Elon Musk is considered to be one of the most, he has got fantastic time management tools. And one of his time management tools is called time blocking techniques. Someday I'll discuss with you guys what is a time blocking technique. And if possible, someday I'm going to discuss with you guys how to make habits. There's a fantastic book written on how to make habits, that is written by James Clear. And the name of the book is Atomic Habits. Sir, but is the habit really important? Yeah, it is. You need to disguise your brain so that you actually enjoy your habits. Ultimately, we are our habits. And to understand this, you need to understand some neurotransmitters like dopamine, norepinephrine and serotonin. Once you understand how whatever we are right now is because of a hormone called dopamine. And that is why people these days around the world, they do dopamine detox. So, sorry, it means whatever I am, whatever I have achieved, wherever I actually saw failure is because of one hormone, dopamine. Yes. That one hormone, dopamine. What happens when we do meditation? What happens to our neurocortex? What is gyrification? We'll talk about all these things someday, right? Once you're done with your exam, we'll definitely talk about this. I do believe these things can help you. Many of my interviews, I had talked about all these things, and those interviews were, really good interviews. I really enjoyed those interviews. So we'll talk about it before your interview. I'll be taking your interviews as well. On YouTube as well. On YouTube, I'll be taking those interview sessions. So absolutely fine, right? That will help you guys as well. Let's come back to this. All benches are beds. Okay. These are benches. But I want to write B-E-N. Yeah, B-N is more than enough. All benches are beds. See these figures. All benches are beds. Even if anybody has got any doubt, just see this. No beds are bulbs. Okay. It means beds and bulbs are two entirely different figures. Okay. No beds are bulbs. Okay. And after this, some bulbs are lamps. Just see this. Some bulbs are lamps. That's it. I want you people to look at the figure I've drawn. If anybody has got any doubt, they can always let me know. If anybody has got any reservations, they can always let me know, right? Great. Let's come back to this. Some beds are lamps. Some beds are what? Lamps. Let's see. No, we cannot say anything on this. How can we? Like, we know all benches are beds, some bulbs are lamps, but we don't know the relation between beds and lamps, right? Some lamps are beds. Some lamps are, here some lamps. How these two things are related? We cannot comment on how these beds and lamps are related. We cannot comment anything on this. So only first, second, neither. Neither is absolutely correct. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Great. Is absolutely fine. Great. Nice. Right? Absolutely. I will. I will share you the complete schedule. I'll be taking classes at 8 in the morning and 10 in the evening. That is for sure for this entire week. Someone has asked regarding the schedule. So I'll be taking a class at 8 in the morning and 10 late evening throughout the week till Saturday. I play cricket on Sunday. That is the reason, right? And I love playing cricket. That is the reason. Is it fine, everybody? Don't mind, but that is true. Is it clear, everybody? Is it absolutely fine? Right? Great. I think it is absolutely fine. Great. Let's move on. Shall we move on to the next one? Shall we move on to the next one? Is everybody fine with this? Mixture and allegation, I'll take that. I'll take that with this, what do you call this? Percentage topic. Fine? Great. Great. Yeah, syllogism is very easy. Syllogism is very easy. And you guys are really doing well. You know what happened? In the year 2019, they drafted a very beautiful question. On syllogism, they drafted a very, very beautiful question. I want the people to answer this. And even if you get it, forget about correct, even if you get incorrect answer, don't get disheartened because this is actually a very beautiful question. Right? I want you people to give time to this question and then we'll discuss. Right? So this is the question. In the year 2019, they gave this question. I want the people to take 2 minutes, utilize the entire 2 minutes, and then we're going to have a discussion. Go ahead. Let me move. Yeah, I think now it is absolutely visible. Take 2 minutes. Banking, in banking exam, syllogism, actually syllogism is same throughout. The presentation is slightly different. Are you a professional cricketer? No, I'm not a professional cricketer. I played nationals in cricket, but after that, I play only tournaments. Great. Let's go ahead. I want the people to mark the answer. Anyone who's ready with the answer? I'll take spatial. Upal Ranjan Sharma. I'll take spatial. Don't worry. What is the answer? B. A few of you have said B. B. Arpan has said A. Make it fast, guys. Make it fast. B. Gulshan, Alok, Deepak, these guys have said B. Sudhir has said B. Mihir, D. Shubhangi has said D. There's one girl who said D, and Arpan or some guy has said A. Anusha has said D. Yeah, Anusha, I've mentioned your answer. Aviral Jain, thank you. You're great. Yeah. Akshay, I read your message. That's fine. Sir, how can I improve my English? Aditya, how can I improve my English? English is just a language. It's just a language. Even if you don't know English, that is also fine. I think in our country, in India, we give too much importance to English. But if it is just a language, the more you speak a language, the better you become. That's it. It's just language. The moment you start believing that it's just a language, it means the more I say, and you know what? In our country, we believe if someone says incorrect English, it is a crime. I can show you people, although I'm going out of the syllabus, but just an example. A few days back in Sydney, I met a lady. She's a Gujju, pure Gujju. She don't know one single word in English. And you know what? Who asked this question to me? Someone has asked this question. And she's a pure Gujju, like, she's not very tall. She's short in stature. And you know what? She is owner of 3 businesses. And this lady, man, she has got some amazing level of self-belief and confidence. Forget about confidence. She has got some swag. Unbelievable level of swag. So, you know, English, even if your English is not good, just start speaking just a language. English may be possible that it's a language of diplomacy, but not more than that. English cannot tell the level of intelligentsia. If you are not good at English, it's fine. It does not mean that my level of intelligentsia is not good. Even at the time of interview, in IIT or in public sector as well, even if in those interviews, if you are not comfortable, you can give your interview in Hindi as well. That's absolutely fine. Is it fine? I think we should discuss now. This is one beautiful question, man. This is one really beautiful question. Let's see this. Okay. Let's see. An award-winning study by a group of researchers suggests that men are as prone, men are as prone to buying on impulse. What is impulse? We have read in our school days, large force for a small interval of time, right? So men are as prone to buying on impulse as women. Okay, fine. So men and women are equally prone to buying on impulse. Whenever they feel like, they buy it. That's it. But when you've used but over here, it means we're about to change the tone. Women feel more guilty. More with respect to whom? With respect to men. More guilty about shopping. In general, men don't feel any kind of guilt. In general, men don't feel any kind of guilt. Right? Something has happened, that's fine. So, men and women both are equally prone to buy on impulse, okay. But there's one thing that women are more prone, women feel more guilty about shopping. Which the following statements can be inferred from this? The idea is whether you know the meaning of all, some, few, many. Even before starting this, I should tell you something. And what is that? I want you people to write this absolutely crisp and clear. Listen to this very, very important point. First thing, in case of countable and in case of uncountable, I have written in short, C is countable, UNC is uncountable. In case of countable, we write words like few. We write words like a few. We write words like the few. Sir, what is this? These are siblings of the word some. But we'll talk about that, don't worry. In case of uncountable, in case of few, we prefer writing little. In case of a few, we write a little. In case of uncountables. In case of a few, we prefer writing the little. Sir, but what is the meaning of all these things? That I'm explaining. Just a minute. Hold on for a sec. Now, let us suppose any one of you. Let's take anyone's name. Let's suppose Harsh. Let's suppose Harsh. Let's suppose Harsh, after this GATE, he cracked GATE AIR rank 1. He went to IIT Mumbai. Superb, outstanding. He completed MTech from there. And then he took a presentation. He had this presentation where Harsh thought like, I am a fantastic speaker. Harsh is thinking this, that I am a very good speaker. I am a voluble speaker. So, okay, fine. If I am taking a presentation, I think 1,000 people will come. And then Harsh came to me and he said, sir, do you want to learn how to give public presentations? I said, no, Harsh, I am absolutely fine in my own small world. Harsh said to me, sir, if you want, I can teach you. Anyways, I am going to have a public presentation. I am going to have a presentation and there are, 1,000 seats are available. If you want, I can teach you something. I said, okay, fine, Harsh. On the D-Day, when the presentation was there were 3 people. First, Harsh. Second, I was there. And the third person was the person who fitted mic over there. And there was one more guy. So there were 4 people in the auditorium. So we said this statement. Few people turned up for the seminar. Listen to this very, very carefully. Few people turned up for the seminar. Few is a negative word. When you use the word few, it means almost nobody. Almost nobody. Almost no one. Barely any. You understood this? Have you understood this point? Few people turned up for the seminar. It means barely anyone came for the seminar, man. There was seat for 1,000 people and 4 people, including Harsh, there were 4 people, including me and the person who fitted mic. We are total 4 people. That's almost nobody came for the seminar. And this is called the reality of life. Then Harsh come to know, it might be possible I am a good speaker. It might be possible I have the quality. But at the very same time, it takes time to attract my audience. At the very same time, I need to have those kind of products so that audience can come. So the next time when Harsh gave presentation, once again there were 1,000 seats which were available. 50 people came for the seminar. 50 is still not that, 50 for an auditorium which has got capacity for 1,000. If 50 people came, then it means 5% people. 5% still, that not that much, but still it is good enough. When you say the word a few, it means some. Few minutes back I said this statement to you. Some is an outrightly positive word. And then we said the statement, some people turned up for the seminar. So, or a few people turned up for the seminars. Can you able to understand the difference between the two statements? When you said few people turned up for the seminar, it means barely anybody came for the seminar. When you said a few people turned up for the seminar, you mean some people, countable number of people turned up for the seminar. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Have you understood this far? Some and few and a few. Is it clear to all? Fine. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Great. Let's move on to the next one. Let's take a few more kids, including Harsh. Rahul is there, and let us suppose Mohammad Shoaib is there. So these are 3 friends: Harsh, Mohammad Shoaib, and Rahul. Right? These are 3 guys. So Harsh, Mohammad Shoaib, and Rahul. This is the circle. These guys don't have many friends, but this is what they have. 10 years down the line, when these 3 guys met, one of them was coming via Lamborghini. The other person had an Audi. The third person, he has got a charter plane. And each one of us, we were just looking at these guys. What these guys are. These guys are, man, filthy rich. And we asked Harsh, do you have many friends, Harsh? Can we be your friends? Harsh said to us that we said the few friends Harsh has are all filthy rich, man. The few friends, it means not many. Listen to this very carefully. Not many, but all that I have. But all that I have. That's what the meaning of the few is. 3 friends, they're not many, but this is what I have. This is the meaning of the few. Is each and every person clear with these 3 points? Few, a few, the few. Is everybody clear? Absolutely. Is everybody clear with these 3 points? Few, a few, the few. Right? Great. And do remember, these words are very, very important for different competitive exams. Whatever I said till now, I said few people. Here people is countable. Few people turned up for the seminar. A few people turned up for the seminar. So people in this case is countable. Harsh, in case of Harsh, we said the few friends, that is countable. When you use uncountable, in that case we say little, a little, and the little. Little, a little, the little. Right? Little, a little, the little. I want you people to find the meaning of all these 3. This is exactly similar to this. Okay, fine. Let me give you one example of the little. Let us suppose I want a name of someone. Let us suppose we have taken Sudhir Giri, right? Sudhir Kumar Giri. Let us suppose Sudhir is a pass out from IIT Delhi. 10 years down the line, Sudhir is working with Google. He is associated with Google and he has moved to Denmark. In Denmark, you have to do, all your tasks, daily routine, work and all those things you have to do on your own. So 10 years down the line, by 2031, Sudhir is located in Denmark with his wife and a very young son, young kid, barely 2 to 3 years old. And Sudhir one day thought, let me make a sandbox for my kid. And then he thought, do I have any idea of carpentry? I don't think I have any idea. On the very first day of engineering, I went to workshop and that's it. That is the maximum idea I have about carpentry. And then once he made this sandbox, Sudhir thought that the little, what is that, the little? Even the little idea of carpentry really helped me out. The little, it means Sudhir doesn't have much idea of carpentry, but whatever he has really helped him out. Not much, but all that he has. Just like that, in case of few, little, a few, a little. Is it fine? I want people to write one single example for each one of them and post it in the comment box once the video is public. Later on you can do that. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Great. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Right? I think now let's move on to this question. Why we were discussing all these things? We were discussing all these things because there's some reason. And what is that? Oh, I think I should shift to this side. All. So the question was, men and women, they are equally prone, but women feel more guilt after shopping. All men and women indulge in buying on impulse. An award-winning study by a group of researchers suggested that men are as prone. All as prone, right? All men and women indulge in buying on. The problem is here with this all. Here we can say that yes, indeed there are some men who buy on impulse exactly in the same manner as women. Some men and women indulge. This is a very good statement. Let's see the third one. See, the problem with the third one is few. Here, if a few was there, both these statements would have been correct. But the problem is, here it is written few. And what is the meaning of few? Barely any. So, barely any men and women indulge in buying on impulse. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Someone has marked C. So, is it clear? Many men and women. Many men and women. Many is a vague version of some. Some is a positive word for the same thing. When you say some, it means at least one man must be there who buy on impulse as a woman. Is it clear to each and every one of you? That is why B is absolutely correct. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Not vague, not clearly mentioned. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Great. A few is some. Fine. Fine, great. Why not all? Because here it is written men are as prone as buying, right? Just by this we cannot say that all men, but yes, indeed we can say at least one man must be there who buy on impulse as women. It might be possible all of them, but all is just a logical possibility and this is logical necessity. This is for sure 100% true. Probably all men. This can also be true. That is why. I think this is clear to each and every one of you. I think because you guys have performed really well. So, is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Now Now can you feel, now are you feeling confident in this part, syllogism? Is it clear to, right? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Are you feeling confident in this now? Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Great. Absolutely. Meaning of as prone. Prone, vulnerable. If I'm prone to do something, I'm vulnerable. My proclivity, my penchant is toward that particular work. My inclination is towards that particular work. I'm prone to, men are prone to what? Sports, I guess. I am prone to play any kind of sports. I'm vulnerable to, like, if provided an option to watch Netflix or to go for a run or to play cricket or football, anything, I'd prefer playing. That's what prone is. Right? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Great. I think it is fine. I think because you guys have done really well, I think you deserve a small breather, and that I'm going to give you guys. Right? Before that, this is almost the last week of yours before the exam. This is the final week before the exam. It might be possible you are going through different kind of emotions, different kind of, traumatizing stuffs. You know what? Life is all about this. Right now you are young kids, 18, 19, 20, 22 years old. You guys are very, very young kids. At this time or even before this, probably you have made some mistakes. Probably you went for some kind of ventures which were not that successful. Even in that case too, it's absolutely fine. The biggest problem of life is not taking any risk. It's absolutely fine. And most of us, we don't take any risk just for the sake of the fact that if I do something, what others will say. What others will say. We should have a benchmark for ourselves, that instead of sitting here idly, I would prefer die trying. Wherever you are, whatever you're facing, tell yourself, tell your gut, tell deep down the heart, whatever the situation is, irrespective of the fact I'm good enough to fight the situation or not, I'm going to face it, fight it, finish it. I want to be able to write in the comment box, face it, fight it, finish it. Write it in the comment box. I am going to face it, fight it, finish it. Whatever the situation is, set high standards for yourself that you will not going to give up. You will not going to give up irrespective of the fact what others are saying about you. It's not important. The important thing is, I should never become someone else's mental prisoner. I don't need someone's bloody accreditation and affiliation. If you know who you are and what you are doing, as long as you know that, you don't need other person's acceptance. And in this world of social media, some or the other day, we need to understand, whatever I do, whatever you do, you will be disliked. And you know what? Who is disliked? The person who has got something. That is good. If you do something, if you face the difficult times, that builds your character, and that is important. That is very, very important. So whatever situation you are going through, embrace it, endure it, and accept it. And that is what the entire stoicism is. Embrace it, endure it, and accept it. Just fight it out. It is the fight that is important. It is the fight that transforms an individual. The greatest value of human life is not what you get. The greatest value of human life is what you become. And every single time when you fight, when you are at the middle of the fight, tell yourself that I am powerful beyond measures. It is not who can let me, it is who can stop me now. When you go with that kind of aggression, that kind of attitude, mark my words, nobody has got the heart to stop you. Nobody has got the audacity to stop a person who don't want to give up. There's a very beautiful book. The name of the book is The Greatest Salesman of the World by Augmentino. This book is not related to salesmanship. Augmentino, this guy, unfortunately, he had a very bad childhood. He has written this book on his own life. This is an autobiography, and he's written such a beautiful, the drafting of this book is incredible. He had a very bad childhood, unfortunately. Then his mother passed away, and he got so much, affected by the emotion that it took him some years to cope up with this. After that, he met a girl, they got married, God blessed him with a baby girl. But every single working professional, some or the other day, believe that because I work so hard for myself, for my family, for everybody, I think I deserve some, I deserve some quality time for myself. And then he started drinking. And then this transformed into a habit. And then he got addicted to this. His wife told him, if you keep on doing this, I'm going to leave you. He said, okay, fine, leave me. And his wife actually left him. One day he was dead drunk. He's standing right in front of a weapon shop. There was a gun over there. And the price of the gun was, I think, $20 or something. He saw that sticker, he saw that price tag, and the first thought that comes into his mind was, that is the solution to all my problems. He saw the gun, and the first thought that came into his mind was, that is the solution to all my problems. You know what this is called in real life, real world? In real life, in real world, this is called the ultimate law of life. When an individual feels death is easier than living. So after this, how he transformed and became a successful person, that he has written in the book. Wow. Amazing. And he transformed into a successful person, a successful businessman. Not just a but a successful working professional. He had a very good years ahead. He once again got married to some other lady, and he had a fantastic life. And he had written all these learnings in a book. Incredible. After your GATE exam, promise yourself that you will read at least one book per week. If you read one book per week, you'll end up reading 4 books a month. You'll end up reading almost 50 books a year, and you'll end up reading 500 books in a decade. If you read 500 books in a decade, mark my words, there will not be one nook and one corner of your life that will remain untouched. Start reading any book, whichever you want, but make sure you read in something. Sir, what happens with this when we read? When you read, when you just live your life, you can live one life, but when you read, you can actually live multiple lives. And that is the beauty of reading. Many of my interviews when I was a kid, it means when I was a college graduate, many of my interviews were entirely based on my reading. Many of my interviews. And in fact, when I was in quarantine, when I was in Darwin, when I was in quarantine center, I was staying in one room, and exactly beside me there was one American couple, and you won't believe, we were discussing on stoicism. His name was Tony, and he was someone who was extremely fond of stoicism. And then we had a talk on Pimatatia Melorum, and then we had a talk on Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca, these kind of stuff, and that was very enlightening, and it was a very good discussion. So I just wanted to say that if it is possible, after GATE, make sure you read. Someone was asking, like, sir, how to improve my English? If you keep on reading, English will automatically takes care of itself, right? Fine. As I told you guys, because you have done really well, I think you deserve a breather. In the year 2013, GATE has given this question. And I think you are good enough to mark the answer in less than 45 seconds. Oh, sorry, not minutes. I'm sorry. 45 seconds. 45 seconds, guys. Make it fast, please. Make it fast. Sir, आपका plus आएगा GATE का? Yes, in February. In the month of February, I'll be there. The spelling of grammar is Grammar. Yes, I'll discuss. Don't worry. Don't miss this. Less than 45 seconds. Go ahead, guys. Suggest some books. I'll do one thing. I'll share. Who said this? Mohammed Shoaib. Shoaib, what I'll do? I'll share my. I think I've read almost 600 or 700 books. I don't know. I don't remember how many books I read. What I'll do? I'll share my PDF to you guys. If anybody is interested, they can. And you can update it. I have made an Excel sheet. Whatever I read. I don't know how many books I read, but a few. I just read a few books. But whatever I've read, I made an Excel about most of them. So I'll share the Excel. I'll share the Excel on Telegram, so you can see that, right? And you can update it accordingly. Fine. D. Okay. This is the correct answer. Yes. Abhishek is elder too. Do you remember day before yesterday or Saturday? Saturday or Friday we were discussing about elder or older. Do you remember this? And I told you categorically that elder and older or eldest, oldest. What is the difference? I told you this. If anybody is attending the session for the very first time, I want people to understand this and write it loud and clear. Understand this and write it absolutely crisply. What is that? The difference between elder and older is elder, eldest is used only for living being, and that too for human being. Elder, eldest. First point. Second point. In case of older, oldest. Older, oldest can be used for human being and for non-living being and for non-living being as well. Sir, what you said about elder, eldest? Elder, eldest is used only for human being and only for blood relatives. Second point, older is followed by then and elder is never followed by then. Right? So whenever there are blood relatives, we prefer elder. Abhishek is elder to Savan, just like this. Okay, fine. Abhishek is elder to Savan. Okay, after this, Savan is younger to Anshul. But what about Abhishek and Anshul? My point, Abhishek, let me write AB. My point is Abhishek and Anshul. Abhishek and Anshul can be like this. It might be possible Abhishek is elder to Anshul, or Anshul is elder to Abhishek. This we are not aware of, and that is what the options are. Abhishek is elder to Anshul, and Anshul is elder to Abhishek. Both of them, they have the same age. None of the above. All these options are possible. Is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine, everybody? Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to each and every one of you? Yes. I will share the PDF. Don't worry. I'll share the PDF. That's fine, right? Right. Great. Shall we take one more, or are you guys tired? Shall we take a few more questions? At least one more. Video description topic. Dhruv Mistry. I intentionally don't write name of the topics. You know why? Because I don't want you people to be aware of the topic. I'm letting you know why. Because in your exam, the syllabus of GATE Aptitude is very small. Don't unnecessarily, bifurcate these topics. Just club it. For example, when I take permutation combination, it is basically permutation combination probability and number system, all three combined. When I take percentage, profit loss, special allocation, CISI, DI, all together combined. That makes things easier actually. Just think of this. I take syllogism and then logical connective and then critical reasoning together. So that is what that is what is needed, right? So that's why. I think we shall. Yeah, not tired. So I think we should take one more question. It's good to see. In the year 2014, this question was asked, and once again I feel you are good enough to solve this. Just read this carefully, and I'm giving you guys 2 minutes to give me answer of this question. 2 minutes, guys. Make it fast. 2 minutes. 2 minutes you have. Make it fast, guys. I'll share the previous PDF. Don't worry. Tomorrow, when will you take PNC? 6 in the evening. The link will be there. Don't worry. You can see the link, and I'll share the link in the Telegram as well. Telegram link, Apti Express and Saurabh Sir Official. These are the 2 links. Yes, I do teach for CAT. Earlier, I used to teach students for CAT, and I will. In the near future, I will. But the very first thing I'm going to start for GATE 2022 and 23. But after that, it might be possible I'll take for CAT as well. That's not a problem. On YouTube, like whatever time allows, the main idea is to, first of all, to help those students who are appearing for 2021, right? They must feel confident. So accordingly, I'll take this. Sir, one self-help book name. Upal Ranjan Sharma. These are my favorite authors. You can read any book of these authors. Self-help book you asked. Jim Rohn. Upal, write the name. Jim Rohn, Stephen Covey, Brian Tracy, Tony Robbins, Les Brown, Napoleon Hill, Zig Ziglar, Mr. Shiv Khera. Any book, whichever you want, you can pick. Author of The Greatest Salesman of the World, Augment Dino. Slightly difficult name, but that's it. That is the name. I think we should discuss now. That's fine. Okay, I think we should discuss now. Right? Yeah. D A. Okay, fine. Yeah, I read the book. The Magic of Thinking Big. I read that book. 4 children. Okay. Som is younger to Riaz. Let me write this. Som is younger to Riaz. One more thing. Even before starting this, if you see the trend of GATE aptitude paper, especially these kind of reasoning questions, you know what you will see? These inequality questions are almost common in every single paper. So you can expect one question from critical reasoning, 1 to 2 questions from critical reasoning, and you can expect these inequality kind question, one at least inequality type question, and one series based question, number system, number series, alphabet series, like that question, right? So can you able to understand like what kind of paper will be there? So this is what the trend has been so far. Okay, fine. Let's come back to this. Let's take this information piece by piece so that everybody can understand. Som is younger than Riaz. So here this guy is Riaz and Som is younger than this guy. I have written SO because later on there's one more guy, Shiv. Shiv is elder to Anshu. Shiv is elder to Anshu. Okay. Anshu is youngest, superlative degree. Anshu is youngest. Let me write this. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here is Anshu. Sir, why you have encircled it? Because it's fixed. The kind of reasoning question which comes in your exam is very easy, so don't mess it up. It's very, very easy, right? Which of the following statements are required? Okay. Required for what? To let you know the eldest child in the group. Who will come here? That is what they want to know. But when you know Anshu is here, so the problem is, the point is, here it can be Riaz. Okay. Any which ways, Som won't be there. Either it will be Riaz or, what is this guy? Shiv. Either it will be Riaz or Shiv, because Som is, this guy Som is, Riaz is elder to Som. So any which ways, either Riaz or Shiv will be there. Let's see. Shiv is younger to Lo. This is absolutely fine. Sir, but in this case, if Riaz comes over here, sir, how do you know? How do I know what? Here Som will come or Shiv will come. It might be possible this can happen, or this might even be possible that this can. So sir, are you saying that you are denying this? Because we have taken the very same thing in the previous question. No, why should I deny this? So sir, so like how can you give answer? Because we are not concerned about this. We are only concerned about the eldest in the group. This is what has been asked. So this statement is good enough to let you know who is the eldest in the group, and other than that, we are not concerned about anything. Okay. When you have read this statement, then at that time, we haven't read the second statement, and now when we are reading the second statement, forget about the first one. When we are reading the second statement, this is the information what we already have. And what is that? Anshu is the youngest in the group. Now let's read this. Shiv is elder to Som. Even if you know Shiv is elder to Som. Now the point is, one thing is for sure, here Som will come. Now the problem is, it might be possible here we can have Riyaz then Shiv, or we can have Shiv and then Riyaz. Both these statements are equally true. And this is what I was talking about, logical possibility. Now there is discrepancy. Here we can have Riyaz or we can have Shiv as well. So I don't think this statement is good enough to let us know who is the eldest in the group. So the question was, which statement is required to find the eldest in the group? So only the first statement is good enough. Statement 1 itself determines the eldest in the group. Yes. Statement 2 itself, no, it's not possible because there is doubt. Statement 1 and 2 both, no, not both, only the first one. And what is that? Statement first and not sufficient. No, they are sufficient. And this pattern actually is called data sufficiency in quant. Now is it clear to each and every one of you? Is it fine, everybody? Is it fine, everybody? Is it fine, everybody? Is it clear to all? Programming CSE. So please share the list of autobiographies. You can read any autobiography. G, Starbucks, unbelievable story of Starbucks. Anyone who know who is the founder of Starbucks? Because his father was a truck driver, and then this guy made Starbucks. Coca-Cola. Can anyone imagine like any bigger brand other than Coca-Cola? 1885 Coca-Cola was born. What is the year right now? 2021. Almost 120 years. It's one heck of a journey. They said this is God's own drink. Forget about anything else. That's how Coca-Cola came. Red Bull. You guys are young kids, so you must be preferring Red Bull. Red Bull is a drink which was preferred in Thailand. You know what? In Thailand, truck drivers prefer taking Red Bull. Then who was the person who's founder of Red Bull? You find this out. But I'll give you an example. Give you some, hint on that. This person is from Austria. He went to Thailand, and because he was feeling jet lag, when he had this drink, he felt really good. And then he come to know what this drink is. And then he understood like this Red Bull. And he created a separate vertical. Even though Coca-Cola was there, Pepsi was there, they were ruling the market of these beverages. And then a separate market came called energy drinks. By the time Coca-Cola, Pepsi could able to understand, in this energy drink market, Red Bull was the market leader. And this is what the 22 immutable laws of marketing is. Whatever vertical you are in, be number 1. At max number 2. This is what Dhirubhai Ambani has said to his kids, his children. Whatever vertical you are in, be number 1 or number 2. Other than that, leave that vertical. Create your own vertical. There was no vertical called energy drink. By the time Coca-Cola could able to understand, Red Bull was way ahead in game, and that is why Coca-Cola started funding Monster. And now the two leading brands in energy drink is Red Bull and Monster. And you were asking about someone else, so Sam Walton, you can read his books, General Electrical books, the Google Way, many books are there, right? Great. So is it fine, everybody? Shall we take one more? I think before finishing the class, I think let's take one more. Elon Musk, yes, I will definitely take Elon Musk. Not just about Elon Musk, Tesla, Hyperloop, PayPal. We'll start with PayPal, all those things. One thing which you'll see in not just Elon Musk, Steve Jobs, APJ Kalam Sahab, amongst all these people, they were voracious readers. They were voracious. In real terms, in actual literal terms, Elon Musk is a self-made man. He has learnt everything, almost everything on his own. He is not a professional rocket science engineer, but he has learnt everything on his own. Unbelievable. We'll discuss about Hyperloop. We can discuss about Neuralink, Superhuman. What is this project to taking to Mars? What is Neuralink, Hyperloop? And we'll discuss about all these things later. Whenever we get time, we'll discuss. Let's come back to this first. Shall we take one last question? On Plus, I'll be there in the month of February. I'll be there. Right? Shall we take one more? Yeah, we can discuss on AI and ML, artificial intelligence and machine learning. We can discuss. Let's take one more question, right? Right. Let's take the last question, and with this we'll wind up. But what we will do, let's change the, right? Let's do something. Yeah. So before this, I am giving you a question. This question was asked in the year 2019. But what I want, you are not supposed to solve it right now. If you want, you can take a screenshot or you can pause the video and see the question. I want you people to solve it and post it in the comment box. Whosoever gets the correct answer, I'll like those answers. Oh, क्या बोलते हैं उसको? Thumbs up. I'll do that thumbs up. Right? Upward, thumbs up, whatever you say. Right? So what you have to do is, you have to see this question. Even if you want, you can take a screenshot of that, or you can directly pause the video and check it out and post your detailed answer in the comment box. Fine? So this is the question. This question was asked in the year 2019. This. Don't solve it right now, it's fine. Take a screenshot of this, or you can later on you can take the screenshot. Let me move aside. Yeah. Right? So this was today's session. Is everybody clear with every single thing, whatever we have discussed? Is everybody clear with every single thing, whatever we have discussed till now? Great. Absolutely fine. I think it is absolutely clear to each and every one of you. Right? Great. I want the people to write something tough, something discomforting. It is discomforting, but I want the people to write this. I won't promise you. See, what should I say? Like, the inevitable reality of life is, each one of us, we face some or the other kind of pain. I'm not saying we will never face any kind of pain, but I think we can promise to ourselves. What is that? That promise I want from you. Promise yourself right here, right now. I'll grow through my pain. I want people to write this in the comment box. I will grow through my pain. There's a fantastic book written by Viktor Frankl, and the name of the book is Men's Search for Meaning. This is an incredible guy, and this is one heck of a book. You won't believe this. This guy, he was arrested. He was a psychologist and he was arrested in 1940s I'm talking about. And then he was sent to concentration camp for 3 years, where human beings were not human beings. They were treated like animals, and they went through unbearable torture and pain. After 3 years, when the Second World War was over in the year 1945, when this person was rescued, people asked him, "Sir, when you were going through this kind of hell, how could you able to survive?" He said this. He said, "When I was going through this emotion, for the past 3 years, I have been tortured and I went through many different kind of unbearable pain. I was thinking about men's search for meaning. And I could able to find that we as a human being, we find meaning to our life by 3 activities. The first, I want to do really well in my life for those people who love me and who I love the most. I find the meaning of my life in the love. So he said, every time whenever I was going through this kind of torture, I start to feel, I start to imagine what my wife must be doing right now. Although I was not aware of the fact whether my wife is alive or she is dead. Actually, she was dead at that time, and his son was also killed. But he said, although I was not aware of this, whether my wife is alive or not, but still I wanted to feel that love which I had for my wife. The second thing, men find the meaning to their life by the work they do. There are many people who want to do some kind of outstanding work so that even when they pass away, their works speak volumes about them. Mr. APJ Kalam Sahab, Varghese Kurian Sahab, Atal Bihari Vajpayee Sahab, Steve Jobs Sahab, their works speak for them. Third, I will grow through my pain, the sufferings. I am going to draw power from my sufferings, and that is the stoicism for you. So that is it, guys, for today's class. I want you people to write in the comment box, I will grow through my pain. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll meet in tomorrow's class. Tomorrow at 8 in the morning, we're going to have first class, that is Quant and DI, that is Graph. And after that, we're going to discuss some very good questions from permutation, combination, probability, and later in the evening, we're going to have verbal and reasoning. So that is it. Let's call it a day. Signing off. Bye-bye everybody. Take care. Jai Hind.